Hey guys, Krubo Bros here. Today I'm doing my Dinomist deck profile. So obviously this card, the deck, got a new support card in the Dark Illusions, and I managed to pick 2 copies up at sneak peek. I was going to get, well, I've picked up 3 copies, but then realised an actual run 3 copies of the new card in the deck. So we'll just get into the deck profile and see what I'm running. So firstly, obviously 3 copies of Dinomist Rex, 2400 attack, level 5, helps go into your rank 5 plays. 3 copies of Dinomist Spinos, 2500 attack, level 5, can attack twice or can attack your opponent directly depending on how you use its effect and is used for the OTK. 3 copies of Dinomist Brachion, card that can special summon itself from the hand if your opponent controls the highest attack point monster on the field. Once again, level 5 helps out with the rank 5 plays, go into any generic rank 5 monster or eventually go into Cyber Dragon Nova. 2 copies of the new card Dinomist Ankylos, any monster that battles and a Dinomist while this card is on the field is banished instead, so it helps to get around your opponent's graveyard effects, and it's just a beautiful card. If this card was rank 5, I'd probably play 3 copies of it, but because it's rank 4 and the attack points aren't the greatest, coming in at 1500, I've chosen to play 2. 2 copies of Dinomist Creeptops, 2100 attack, level 4 monster. If you offer all your monsters on your side of the field are Dinomist cards, minimum 1, you can special summon this card from your hand. 2 copies of Dinomist Policios, increases the attack of Dinomist monsters you control by 100 for each other Dinomist monster you control. 1 copy of Dinomist Stegosaurus, any monster that battles a Dinomist monster after battle damage, you can destroy both cards, so theoretically you could attack a higher attack point monster on the side of the field, take some life point damage but still get it off board. But I only play the 1 copy of it because graveyard effects are a thing, and yeah. 1 copy of Dinomist Petron, 1800 attack, level 4. Once again, after when it destroys opponent's monster by battle, you can add 1 Dinomist card from your deck to your hand. I've run the 1 copy because I'm not usually going to use this card for its effects. I'm mainly going to go into my rank 4 plays with it. So that's all the Dinomist monsters. Move them to one side. Next we'll play 2 copies of Master Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. So for the Pendulum Draco engine, we run 2 copies of this, 1950 attack, Pendulum Scale 3. Once while this card is in your Pendulum Zone, you can target 1 face-up Pendulum, 1 card in a Pendulum Zone and destroy it. 2 copies of Victor Pendulum, the Draco Overlord. Level 4 comes in with another 3 scale to help even out the scales in the deck even. Negate all effects are in your opponent's Pendulum Zones, 1850 attack, so helps with the rank 4s, half decent attack points. This deck does have 1 extra level 3 scale compared to level 6, but the fact that the numbers aren't even doesn't really matter too much. 1 copy of Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. Obviously this is your tuner, you can bring them back, and then if you want you could go into a rank 4 play with them. Now we're going to the spell cards. 3 copies of Dinomist Charge. Activate this card, add 1 Dinomist monster from your deck to your hand. You can only activate once per turn. 3 copies of Instant Fusion to help get into your rank 4 and 5 plays, rank 4 and rank 5 plays really quickly. 2 copies of Monarch Stormforth to tribute over one of your opponent's monsters without targeting. There are a lot of level 5 monsters in this deck. 2 copies of MST because I don't want to run Twin Twister and a Pendulum deck because I don't want my Pendulum monsters in the graveyard, I want them in the extra deck. 1 copy of Limiter Removal, 1 copy of Draco Face-Off to help set the scales, 1 copy of Regeki to destroy face-up opponent's monsters. So that's the spell lineup. And for traps, we only run 5 traps. 3 copies of Dinomist Rush to get a Dinomist monster out to your side of the field gets destroyed in the end phase, but hopefully you'll bring it back the turn after with your scales. 1 copy of Bottomless Trap Hole and 1 copy of Solemn Warning. You could easily replace these 2 cards with 2 Solemn Strikes, however I'm not rich and do not have the money for that. Going to the extra deck, of course we have the 1 copy of Ignister. I cannot say his name. Anyway, we have 1 copy of this card. You can destroy 1 face-up Pendulum monster you control to spin 1 card from your opponent's side of the field back into the deck. 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Nova because of all the rank 5s, and then we hopefully rank Cyber Dragon Nova up into Infinity to take your opponent's monsters and negate card effects once per turn. Other generic rank 5 cards include Pallades to bounce cards on either side of the field back to hand, 1 copy of Vulcasaurus, 2500 attack, or you can use this card to destroy the opponent's monster and inflict damage to their life points. Rank 4 plays, Dark Rebellion Dragon, Ragnar Zero to target a face-up monster the opponent controls whose attack points is different to its original attack points. Destroy the card and draw one card. One copy of 101 to snatch your opponent's monsters again. Castel to bounce an opponent's monster back into deck. Magister Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer to add a Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand and summon out Draco Slayer monsters from your Pendulum. Draco Slayer Pendulum monsters from your extra deck. One copy of Cyber End Dragon in case Nova gets destroyed when it hits the field. One copy of Dinomist Power the Mighty Draco Slayer to protect your Pendulum scales. And one copy of Cybersaurus and one copy of Panzer Dragon just to help get in the rank 5 plays with instant fusion. And finally, one copy of Norden to go into the rank 4 plays with instant fusion and to also bring back a level 4 or lower Dinomist monster from your graveyard. So that's the deck profile, guys. Thank you for watching. Just please remember to like, comment and subscribe.